Greetings to you and shalom to those who are saints. I'm here in a place called Wisroc in Linden, America. And I want you to be aware, Bara Jagdio, of what we're dealing with in this country. See that? That right there is Wisroc Nursery School. Right. So I'm at Wisroc Nursery School. Let me switch my camera around. And there's what is called the Regional Democratic Council. Since last week, I got reports about hand, foot, and mouth disease affecting the children at this school. I'm really fed up with this nonsense because it seems as if you only get things done when you do what I do. Good morning. Now, why in the world? Why? Why are parents having to come to collect their children today when you had an entire weekend to sanitize the school? Children are becoming sick in this environment. Children are getting sick. And instead of closing this facility and having it sanitized, teachers are back here today. Students are back here today. Now, why am I coming here? Because this can affect me. Any disease is communicable, meaning can pass from one person to another, can affect an entire community. It can become an epidemic, a pandemic. Well, not a pandemic because this isn't that bad. But it can become an epidemic, meaning it's centered in a particular area, affecting a group of people. This can affect us severely. I am not in for this nonsense. Good. Why are children in the school today? Why is it that, let me show you again. Why are people in this school? Why are children in this school? Look at children out here. Ears, hand, foot, and mouth disease. You have cases at the school, and children came to school today because the Regional Democratic Council refused, that's what I call it, refused to do that which is simply sanitize the school. Parents are being told that they should contribute some money to have the school sanitized. What the hell are you telling people? What nonsense are you behaving with? Don't get me in lose it early this morning. Why must parents have to give money to sanitize the school? Bleach is not the remedy. This is a virus, by the way. The school has to be sanitized, and people have to stay at home for the chemicals to dissipate or to move. I'm trying to find the word. All right, for the chemicals to vaporize and stuff like that, so the environment can be healthy for people to breathe and so on again. This is foolishness. So I'm here to show Priyamani Chanwari. I'm at Wisroc Primary School, still open, still having children, although there are cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease. This affects children more than anything else. And our school children like to touch each other. They're very touchy-feely people. Why must parents be told that they need to pay some money here so the school can be sanitized? So what are our taxpayers dollars going for in Linden? Why, John? So I have come this morning to show Priyamani Chan because they don't know where the school is. And to show do I join where the school is. This is Wisroc Primary School in Barajag. Right there, that's Wisroc Nursery School. That's the nursery school. And we have an RDC who's supposed to be doing what they should. Now, children in the school, look, when you have cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease in this school, the parents were called today so they can come pick up the children and sanitize the place. This is absolute madness. This school is supposed to be closed. And the fear factor, again, I don't know what is happening in our country. That's a sign that you're being led by dictators. Anytime you're afraid to stand for your right in the country, it means you're led by a dictatorship. Or people get fired. Fired for what? There's something called the Occupational Health and Safety Act. No teacher is supposed to be in the school that's rendered unsafe. The Occupational Health and Safety Act is clear that you are not supposed to be in a building that's unhealthy. That's a law. Dunsin Joe. There's a law. You're not supposed to be in a school that's unhealthy. No work, it's been an unhealthy work environment. The parents are coming for the children. Parents are coming for the children. Any word as to when they're going to have the school sanitized? How are you doing, man? Morning. They told you when to bring the children back? They told you if RDC is coming to sanitize this place? So a parent has not done anything yet. All right. I'm standing in front of the school because this can affect me. This can affect my son. Not because he doesn't attend here. I want you to understand how this is a virus. We're a community of people. So if you have interactions here, somebody go with a friend and some other friend goes somewhere else, somebody going to vehicle somebody, it can affect people. The least that should be done, this school should be closed. This school is supposed to be closed and it's supposed to be sanitized thoroughly. Then the children are supposed to stay at home, teachers are supposed to be at home until the sanitation process is completed, which includes leaving time for the chemicals to wear off. So this is not going to work. This is not healthy. I'm out here. I'm in Wisroc. Guess where the empowerment lives or is from? Wisroc, Figueroa. And look at where I am. And I've made this known to the town council and others that there's a problem in Wisroc. There's no secret because I'm keeping secret for y'all. I've made this known to the Linden Mayor and Town Council that there is a problem in the school. Since last week. And people are still being made to come to the school. So I'm here. The school is in the background. Maybe it's better for me to turn it this way. So what would you do now, Pre-Manic John? The PPP doctor for regional health, Harris. He's a regional health officer. Harris, PPP acolyte, of course, PPP crony, PPP lucky. So he cannot even take a stance to protect our children because the PPP may have a problem with him. And they downplay these situations. Hand, foot, and mouth disease is something that makes children very uncomfortable. It's a health hazard. I don't want to have fever and all that kind of stuff. Balls in people's skin. And it lasts for about 6 days. So these babies are supposed to suffer. Or because it's Linden. Or because it's Linden, we're supposed to go through this nonsense. I made this known to elected and selected officials that there's a problem in Linden regarding this disease. Why are children still here? Why are babies still in this school? Do we care about people? Do you all care? Do you care? And I didn't come and spend all day. I just came to show them because they don't know where Wisroc Nursery School is. All right? So I can help you out. The police station, the outpost, is up the road. You have the police outpost up the road there. You have the medical center right here. So y'all don't know where it is. Let me show you where it is. And then you have the nursery school sandwiched between the health center and the police station. That's where Wisroc Nursery School is. Parents were called to come for their children this morning. You see, for me, I would stand outside this fence and protest. That's what I would do, like a Tukade Primary School, because you can't tell me that as a parent I need to pay or contribute $5,000 or whatever thousand it is for some private contractor to come and spray the school. Not me. You were taxpayers. You've got $1.1 trillion budget. We have oil money, remember? They could throw money all around the place, except in these little schools, to do something so simple as sanitizing it. You all spread the word. Tag Priyan Barrett. Let Barrett know his boy Dwight John in operation again. Tag Barrett. Tell Barrett his baby Dwight John is operating in Linden again. He's at the same thing again. And parents must contribute to getting bleach to sanitize the school? No. First of all, you have to have private personal protective gear or equipment, PPE. When you finish, somebody has to come here and check to see if the scent of the bleach or whatever they're using is still here. or whatever aerosol they're going to use. Now, mind you, I do not have a child in this school. I don't even live in Wisma. But I understand communicable diseases. If you have a disease that's likely to spread from person to person, it can easily make its way through your community. You should learn from what they call this COVID story. Remember, whenever there's flu season, I think people catch flu so often. Because as long as you interact with people, it will spread from one person to another. These are children. They likely become very uncomfortable with high fever, boils on their skin. Come on, man. Come on. And you've been told you need to contribute money to sanitize the school. Why? I shared this on social media last week. I made it public on social media that there's a problem here at this school. We took it to primary school, got their first case last week as well. I think another person may come down with it. What do you think they did? Because you don't understand how to deal with this. The same protocols you all had for COVID, that should be happening here. You have to sanitize, you have to wash your hands very regularly. The children have to be sanitized very often. All right? Why do you have to do this? Because the disease is spread by touching, hand, foot, and mouth disease, touching and kissing and so on. And little children love to play with each other. So I'm in front of the school to make the world aware of Linden's plight again. The regional health officer, Harris, Dr. Harris, has not seen it fit to have this school sanitized. Right? Because it's not a big deal. So there are multiple cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease in this school, but it's not a big deal. And students are still here. Parents are being told to come for their children today. Collect them to do what? Then what follows? It's Monday morning. This could have happened since last week. And what do we have? We're afraid. They're afraid if teachers stay home, they lose their job, or what will happen to them, or somebody be penalized, somebody gets some letter. You're afraid of everything except your safety and your health. Right? So I came here today because I live in Linden and I'm concerned about my health. I'm concerned for my health, the health of my family, the health of my community. So we're at Wisroc Nursery School. I'm live. The school has to be closed. The school has to be closed. I'm standing in front of Wisroc Nursery School. See right behind me, Wisroc Nursery School. Right? Careful. Good. Since last week, there have been reports about what's happening at this school. There have been reported cases in this community. What are they supposed to do? Parents have been told to come for the children. Parents have come here today to collect the children to get how I do. Parents have been called to collect their children. Why? I'm here. So I'm here. standing for what is healthy, what is just, and what is proper in our community. Good. I responded to concern of parents that in the case of this school. Good. Good. So here's another child leaving the school. I don't have her on camera. Why you told why you have to pick up this girl? Right? So I reported this to the town council. I need to find out from the parents of this school whether the council sent anybody here, because it's a health committee, if you don't know. At the Linden Mayor and Town Council is the committee responsible for health. There's one for works. You have the one for sanitization. Different things. So we want to know whether anybody from the council came to check the school or to inquire as to whether there was been an issue regarding hand, foot, and mouth disease. That's what we need to find out. Right. So as I said, I'm not here to spend much time here. Okay? What's happening?
Down here with this thing, and now you telling me I wait till you get people tested to know if it's this or not.
You want to come share what's happening here? Because I'm alive. I'm live. So you have a child here, right? Grandson here. All right. So
Since last week, we were told.
hold on. Let me get the camera for you. If I know you're afraid to speak up for the right to your child.
Well, I'm not afraid of nothing.
Neither me. That's why you can get along. All right? So here you have a grandparent here, a guardian of a child at school. So just help me to understand what's happening. Because last week I shared publicly. Last week I reported to the town council that there's a problem at this school because, of course, there's a report of hand, foot, and mouth disease. Can you tell me what happened since then? Because the viewers here.
Well, we got our message from our teachers about what went on with one child. But that was last week. But I kept my grandchild home from last week. I even get in contact with the teachers and asking them what they're going to do about it if the ministry is going to come spray out the place.
Right.
Well, she said to me, they use some Lysol. So I said, Miss, some Lysol can't work for something like that.
Correct.
Right? I said to her, I said, why don't we ask the ministry to send somebody to spray the school out, as it was early in the afternoon when we got a message.
Right. That's last week.
That's last week. So I said we could lock up the school, let them spray, lock up the school, and then the next morning we can open up for school. She said that's a wise idea. Let her get on to them. Well, from then, I didn't hear anything more, right? Until when yesterday I was asking, did the school spray out so that I can send the child back to school? They sent it up in the group saying, no, the school wasn't sprayed. Why are we doing this to the children and the teachers?
This is unsafe.
Now we're hearing that you have to wait until they really find out.
How will they find out?
If this is the hand, foot, and mouth disease or what. I don't know how they're going to find out.
So wasn't a child from the school sick last week?
It's 3 or more children right now from the school. You know, this morning while I'm on the on the thing, I got to understand that my grandson's little friend is bleeding through his ears with this thing. So if he's bleeding through his ears, that means the hospital had already told the mother what's wrong with him. So what other evidence do we want to shut this school and just spray it? That's all we're asking for. Close the school, spray it. We get to know, well, yes, this thing is happening. We close the other schools and spray them. Because these children that are infected as brothers and sisters that are going to other schools, and eventually the whole community is going to have it.
It's a community issue. It's a community issue. You're a parent as well, sir?
Yes.
You care to speak because the people viewing here want to know what's going on in Israel.
Well, as of right now, we still have some students in the school, and the chairman of the parent body.
You're the chairman?
Yes.
Great. So I am one from Tikuli Primary School.
I this morning asking parents to come and collect the children and let us close up the school. The plan was for the parents to pitch in, buy some disinfectant spray so we could spray the toys that the children play with. And we would have wiped down the desks and benches with some bleach and get it straight. Leave it to blow out throughout the rest of the day and open up back the doors tomorrow.
So why would you have to do this as PTA?
Well, I know we shouldn't have to be doing it, and that is what is troubling me, because as far as I believe, as long as you hear that one person comes out with a case, even if you're not 100% certain that that is it,
precaution, man,
then you should put precaution first.
Oh my goodness!
You should close the school, make sure it's cleaned properly whilst you're confirming the case. And if it is not, well, at least you did clean up, you did your part.
You err on the side of caution.
Yes.
You haven't failed.
But apparently that is not being done.
So help me to understand. I'm speaking to the PTA chairman here because I need to understand I can't make sense of him. I'm trying. I'm being made to understand that it's safer to leave little children, because they like to touch each other, they play a lot, to leave them in a school until a case is confirmed. So if it takes 5 days, 6 days, 7 days,
then we'd have more cases.
This is a communicable disease. It's a virus. You can't kill a virus in the first place. You can only wash it away.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to understand, sir, that the children should remain in the school, teachers should remain here until it's proven that that's the case.
Well, as the chairman, I am asking the parents to come uplift your child, and we're going to close the door.
I appreciate your being, and I will stand here with you on that.
We're going to close the door. If the ministry doesn't want to do it, we're going to do it.
This is an unfortunate situation. Of course, there's a health center right next door here. So it wouldn't take much for a child to go there or something.
The child that came down with the symptoms was taken there.
See? Right next door here. Right next door here.
And from the information I received, the medical physician there told the teacher to contact the parents and have the parent or parents take the child to the hospital for further confirmation.
And that was last week.
But based upon what they saw, they can say that that's what it was.
And then, Chairman, with the child that we read on the thing, the child said, the mother said that he's bleeding through his ear. So if he's bleeding through his ear, she had to get a confirmation at the hospital.
Well, it could be.
That's why she came up with that on the messages this morning.
Well, the boils and stuff that come out in the children's skin, well, guess what, it can rupture or something, cause bleeding in some parts. But I agree with the chairman of the school, or the PTA, that it should not be here. Ghana Teachers Union, yes, teachers shouldn't be here either. I cannot understand for the life of me how you'll wait until you confirm a case of a communicable disease, rather than saying, let's remove our people from here because you have symptoms of it or signs of this, just to be on the safe side. Better has to be done in reference to how we take care of our people. These are little children. And this disease, if you contract it, would last for about 6 days. Can you imagine a child having to suffer from fever and all that for 6 days because adults couldn't do the right thing? So, any ideas how many children left in there?
I think we had about 30 students in there. I'm not sure.
About 30?
I'm not sure how much is in there right now, but we can have a confirmation.
Oh my God!
And that's another thing. Parents know this is going on because at least the teachers told them.
Please check, please, sir, please.
The teachers told them, and they are still sending their children home.
Parents, please. Oh my God! I am grateful that the PTA chairman has decided to stand. And he decided to make a decision for the safety of the children and the safety of the entire community. You should not wait until you get cases confirmed before you close a school. You close a school, you sanitize, just in case there's a problem. So by the time the results come, you say, okay, then we're in the clear. There's another nursery school I know, I think somewhere in Kansas City. They closed for a whole week. Not for 1 day.
We have 7 students left in the school.
Okay, that's
parents
good.
are coming and collect them.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate
But we still
the
have
effort.
7 here.
Still 7, and of course, it's
Yeah.
still a risk.
Yeah, well, we know they might have one, two single parents or
Yeah, they may be at work and all that, huh?
like them. So
But the full complement of teachers are here.
I think we have one teacher and the headmistress are out sick presently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the headmistress, I think it's other
Okay,
complications
okay,
we
okay.
have. But one of the teachers, I heard she got some swollen around her cheek area or something of the sort, and other symptoms.
Oh, wow.
We still haven't gotten confirmation from that.
Okay.
But like I said, I am trying to err on the side of caution.
I thank you for doing so. And the viewers here are certainly all in agreement. At least they're fathers who have courage. I'm grateful for the PTA chairman standing here today. Please ensure that the children are out of the school. I was just sharing that in Kansas City Nursery, I know that I followed the matter, they've closed the school for a whole week. What makes Wisroc Nursery so special?
Maybe we're Hercules descendants.
It could be.
So extra strong in spite of what is going on around us.
All right. But I really don't think you need to wait for any confirmed cases. I'm grateful that you're doing this. The protocols of sanitizing, just like with the COVID-19 stories, should be the same. They said it's applicable here. Sanitize often, wash your hands often, and all that. But how much can you do with little children?
Like I was telling other committee members on a call this morning, even if you send a child to school with face mask, they would take it off.
Of course.
And children are not like adults.
Correct.
And if you look at it, let me look at it from the point of view with you as an adult dealing with your child. You spoil your child now, and then 2 minutes after they come back and rub up on you.
Correct.
So children would always be that closely knitted,
Very
whether
sociable.
they know each other or not.
Yeah.
I would be walking on the road with my son, and he sees another child. Never saw that child before, and he's ready to go and play.
Yes, true.
So
quite true.
You have to take all of this into consideration. And there's a reason why I'm standing here, because from my point of view, as soon as you get a whiff that something like this is happening, the door should have been closed.
I agree with you.
And if I recall correctly, this information came to light last week, Wednesday.
Last week.
And I think a letter was drafted and sent to the relevant authorities on the 8th, which is Thursday. And up to now, today, Monday, still in the same boat.
Well, I shared this, although I'm not a parent of the school, because then it can affect the entire community. I shared this with the regional Democratic officials. I shared it with the mayor and town council. So I was expecting that somebody from the council's health committee would come here to check to see what's happening at the school. Are you aware that they sent anyone here?
I think last week, I can't say the exact date, they had some health officials came to the school, fully clothed in their gowns and masks, and they were requesting for the headmistress to come out and talk to them. They didn't want to go into the school. Mistress, I don't know if she was busy or what was really the case, but she was unable to come out to reach them. And they had no other choice but to go into the school. Now, what I'm saying, if the health officials aren't willing to go into the school, why should a little child go?
Excellent point. Exactly. Are you hearing clearly here? Can you hear the PTA chairman clearly here? Because the health officials know exactly how uncomfortable it can be to contract the hand, foot, and mouth disease. And little children are exposed to this. So, sir, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your stance. I'll keep following the matter very, very closely. All right, very closely, because this can affect all of us in this community. So, parents, if you're viewing, if you know somebody has a child at Wisroc Nursery School, please have them come to pick up the child. Ghana Teachers Union, we're calling on you to stand on behalf of your teachers and ensure that they are not at school, because teachers are not superhuman beings, although they appear to be that. They can get ill as well. Okay? So I'll keep following the matter, because I have to return my daughter's car. But I'll keep following. All right? Thank you so much. Okay. Ms. Kim? So you've heard it. All right? And I'll keep following up on this situation here for us to know what has happened and what has become in this situation. The most important part of this conversation I heard thus far, two critical points. One is that the health officials came and they refused to go into the school initially. What does that tell you? They're adults. dressed in PPE and say, no, we're not going in there. Talk to us on the outside. What does that tell you? Secondly, we've got a case where the teachers are being told that they have to remain at school, keep the children here until you confirm that there's a case. Now, how does that make any sense? Huh? Keep the children at school. Must mingle, they must, of course, children have to have playtime according to the Education Act and so on. They have to have recreational periods, they have to have nap time at their age. So keep them at school. Keep them here for so long that they could contract as much of the disease as possible. And so when you have one case now, you rush to do something when you have 30, 40, 50 children interacting with each other and teachers. All right? When you could simply close the school, sanitize the environment, wait until the scent dissipates and so on. Then you bring them back. More so, you have a PTA chat group, you monitor the situation. So you try to find out, okay, give us reports if anybody's coming down with any illness. You do stuff like that. You think they do that in this case? No, it doesn't matter. Mind you, there would have been an assessment made of a child, and they said that they suspect the child has got the disease. That's the first case. Just across the way is the health center. They said that they suspect the child has the disease, but they want to send him to the Linden Hospital complex for it to be confirmed. Now, why would Dr. Murray, if it's him, who works right across the road at the health center here, why would they say that the symptoms that they see mirror that of the hand, foot, and mouth disease? But leave children in school still. There's the education side will be saying that. Leave them in school. Although we have a case whereby you have the exact same symptoms, leave them. And you hear now about 3 or more other children contracting the same thing. I say, well, Tukadea School has got a case of it because it is now in our community, Linden. Okay? So I would expect that you would do that which is sensible. Parents, keep your children home. Because this new where our children seem to be a burden to us has to stop. Your children are not given to you for the teachers to take care of them. We have to stand strongly as a people for order, decency, and propriety to be restored to our community, to our country. We are in a hellhole right now. It's do what you want, you live on there. Anyway, thank you all for your time. We'll talk.